All right, you can go.
Just keep feeding him treats. How do you like that, bitch? Hey YouTube, welcome back to Russ's Rad Reviews. Today I've got Bonnie Tyler's 5th studio album, Faster Than the Speed of Light, to go over with you. So let's get into it. Released first in Europe on April 8th, 1983, and later in the US through Columbia Records in September 1983, this record hit the shelves as it's basically a cover album. The album reached #1 in the UK album charts, and it was certified silver in the UK, platinum in the US, and double platinum in Canada. The singles off this album, and you better sit down because there's a lot of them. The first one, Total Eclipse of the Heart, released on February 11th, 1983 in the UK, and May 31st, 1983 in the US. Number 2 was Faster Than the Speed of Night, released on April 29th, 1983. The third was Have You Ever Seen the Rain, released on June 17th, 1983. The fourth was Straight From the Heart, released on August 11th, 1983. Number 5 was Take Me Back, released in November of 1983. Number 6, Getting So Excited, was released on February 29th, 1984. And the final single off this album was Tears, released in 1984. I'm going to list off the cover songs and the artists. So the first cover was Have You Ever Seen the Rain, which was written by John Fogerty. Faster Than the Speed of Night was written by Jim Steinman, and that was one of 2 songs that was actually written for her on this album. Normally we don't do this, we don't go into who actually wrote the songs, because it adds to the length of the video of where this is a cover album, and in the future where there's cover albums we will do this. Number 3, Getting So Excited, was written by Alan Bruner. 4, Total Eclipse of the Heart, was written by Jim Steinman. Number 5 is Jungle Out There, was written by Dennis Poland, Paul Pilger, and William Maloney. Number 6 was written by Going Through the Motions, was written by Ian Hunter and Eric Bloom. Tears, number 7, was written by Frankie Miller. Number 8, Take Me Back, was written by Billy Cross. And number 9, Straight From the Heart, was written by Bryan Adams and Eric Cogna. Alright, so now that the history's over, let's get into the artwork. So you've got the artist. She's pretty cute, not gonna lie. Blue font, nothing really special about that. If you flip it over on the back though, this is the intriguing part of this album cover, is the cover like the galaxy and the stars. If you could explain to me the whole importance of her face and this on the back, that would be kind of cool. The last thing I wanted to add before I grade the artwork is that this album sleeve is actually really it's neat. You've got her name up top there, you've got a picture of her. She's really cute. Like if I lived in the 80s, I would totally have a crush on her. It's got the lyric sheet, which is cool. I'm assuming all of this is original. So if I was gonna give this album a score for artwork, I'd probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10. This is kind of bland. This is the only exciting part. This is cool because it's a picture of her face, and if you hung it up on your wall, it'd be kind of cool because she's hot. But if you didn't like hot chicks, then it's not, it's just Bonnie Tyler. Anyway, we're gonna pull out here. Here's the actual record. You've got your typical orange and red Columbia record label. And we're gonna do a kick scale before I talk about songs, so here we go. This, my friends, is a thin boy. I give this this is 0.75 C, so it's pretty thin. But with that said, guys, let's talk about songs. So on side 1, we've got Have You Ever Seen the Rain, followed by Faster Than the Speed of Night, followed by Getting So Excited, followed by Total Eclipse of the Heart. Honestly, the only song on the side that didn't get me excited was Getting So Excited, go figure. The rest of the songs on this side were really, really cool. Track 2, Faster Than the Speed of Night, sounded like Meatloaf, the band Meatloaf. Have You Ever Seen the Rain was a really good cover. I could have lived with, what was the part that we talked about?
It sounded like bells or something, little chime things.
I wasn't a fan of the chimes and stuff, but her voice was really powerful in that song, so John Fogerty was probably pretty happy with her. But other than that, not much to say on this side. So side 2 starts off with It's a Jungle Out There, followed by Going Through the Motions, followed by Tears, followed by Take Me Back, followed by Straight From the Heart. There is not a song on this side that I don't like. Every song on this side is fantastic. Tears on this side also sounds very much like Meatloaf. Going Through the Motions, I love the Blue Oyster Cult version. This one's a little bit subpar compared to that, but Blue Oyster Cult is a banger. That's what we went, banger. That's what we used to, that's what we say up here in Maine, in Lobster Town. But with that said, it's a cover album, so there isn't really that much to say. You got to compliment Bonnie Tyler's powerful voice and her ability to cover these kind of a diverse selection of songs. She did a pretty good job. And with that said, I'm gonna probably give this like an 8.5 out of 10 for songs. She did a pretty good job. There's only one song that I can't stand on this album, and it's Getting So Excited. I just don't like it. Everything else is good. All right, so let's move on to how this is held up today. It's kind of a difficult album to grade. I'm getting all tongue-tied here because she's so cute. Because it's a cover album, so the songs that are going to be played on the radio are not going to be her covers. My favorite song off this album for sure is Total Eclipse of the Heart. Love that song. And that's the one song off this album that probably everyone knows for Bonnie Tyler. Other than that, though, I wouldn't really say that this album has necessarily aged well unless you're an extreme Bonnie Tyler fan. It's a really good album, but she only had 2 songs on it that were like written for her. The rest of them are covers. I'll probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10 for how it's held up over time. So I'll probably get some flack back in the comments about this album. Flack back. I'm not an extreme Bonnie Tyler fan. I know she sang some good songs, It's a Heartache and stuff. In conclusion, if you like Total Eclipse of the Heart, the song, pick up this album. Check us out on Twitter. We're at Rad Russ Reviews on Twitter. Add us on Snapchat. Check us out on Instagram. We're really going to focus on building the social media up. So we're going to be promoting that a lot more on the channel. Make sure you guys, if you decide to buy one of these, check us out on vinyl first. Even though their shipping isn't necessarily the best, I always try to check them first because their customer service is A+. If not, go shopping on eBay. It's a pretty common album. My final thoughts are this is a pretty darn good album. It's wicked good. We will see you in the next review, and hopefully I will have someone special with me sitting in this chair. I don't have any treats, see?